Perform Poetry.
The Puppets Perform Poetry series, Tales from the Wandering Wheelie Walker, showcase 14 different types of puppets performing original rhyming poetry written by Naomi McGraby, that's me, and narrated by Miss Christabel. Episode 4. This is Where I Come From. A blacklight puppetry delight showcasing a little of what it's like to live in the fabulous Daintree rainforest in far north Queensland. A pop-up book puppet leads the way as the wandering wheelie walker is transformed into a blacklight theatre featuring a rod puppet, a human arm puppet, a converted soft toy puppet, and some finger puppets.
I'm different from you, you're different from me, but all together we can enjoy rhyming poetry. My mission is to spread joy wherever I go, create live entertainment, go with the flow. Community engagement is my direction. Bring on the theatre restaurant connection. This day, a focus on puppetry using black light. Fluorescent puppets appear like they are in flight. A black velvet background hides people in black who make puppets move up, down, sideways or back. The wandering wheelie walker becomes the stage. Draping black velvet over the frame, Naomi can gauge the placement of the moving scroll for the best line of sight. To perform, This Is Where I Come From for you tonight.
Hi there, I'm Slippery Sam, an amethystine python. I am 4 meters long and can block a road and smell better than your average toad.
I beg to differ. To me, you stink like that bat poo and compost, I think.
Chook, she thinks she's funny, but don't be mistook. She might not look right, but she's very smart. I'd love to catch her, but she's as quick as a dart.
Dart runs the fart.
Don't be so rude. This is a children's show. If I had legs, I'd chase you. Just go. Anyway, Where I Come From is the name of this gig. Put your hands together for your storyteller. Christabel, you dig? In Australia, in Queensland, there's a special place with sunshine and rain and plenty of space. There's beaches and creeks and more than one tree. I speak of the rainforest in far northern Daintree. It's special because we have no mainstream power. Most people use gas just to have a shower. There's no public transport or overhead wires. We get power from the sun or by burning fires. It's here where my heart has belonged for a while, and when I think of the people, it makes me smile. I came here after travelling overseas. I couldn't handle big cities and clung to the trees. A tree hugger, some called me, but I didn't mind. The forest was beautiful and the people were kind. We'd buy drinks and snacks and sit in the creek where other creatures would come for a peek. Jungle perch in and out of my legs would weave and eat the dead skin, which us would relieve. It would tickle a bit, and when you looked down, there'd be lots of them, some rainbow, some brown. Where did they all come from? Where did they hide? How come you don't see that many when you're standing outside? Then slowly meandering, a turtle surfaced for air. He's so quiet and gentle, you hardly know he's there. He comes to the top of the water and pokes his nose out, then takes a deep breath and turns around and about. I have a special tree by the creek covered by strangler fig. It is all bumpy, has faces in it, and is very big. I'd have to lie under it or my neck would get sore from looking upwards to try to see the secret door. Secret door in a tree? How could this be? Who could live here so wild and free? I asked a green ant who was on his way up, who stopped to drink using a leaf as a cup. I don't know the new neighbours, so many come and go, he said as he joined the line of ants walking in a steady flow. They hummed a little tune as they headed towards the sky. I listened for a while, then spotted Ulysses Butterfly, skimming the top of the water. Was she getting a drink or looking in the mirror? What do you think? What do butterflies do when they go across the top of the water so blue? Does anyone know? Is there anybody there? Does anyone about butterflies care? So Mrs. Butterfly told me who lived behind the door. A family of fireflies, and out they did pour. They came out and fell like a giant waterfall, so graceful and sleek, like stars on a moving wall. They then stopped and started flashing, one side, then the other. It looked like they were talking to each other. They didn't use words, just flashes of light. I watched them for ages, feeling wonder and delight. There is a lot of movement in the bush when you stop to look. People forget to stop sometimes and explore cranny and nook. Another day, as I lay on the ground looking up at the tree, I heard a crunching of leaves somewhere behind me. The footsteps sounded heavy and steady and were coming my way. So I laid still, listened and thought, who will I meet today? Out of the corner of my eye, I caught a glimpse of blue. So immediately I knew what I must do. I knew I must climb my tree to safe keep. So I started my journey with a small, quiet leap. The fig made climbing easy, as it had lots of bits to grab for my hands and feet to fit in. It felt light and just fab. You don't feel real light. Watch where you tread. Can you kindly take your foot off my head? There are many others who live around this tree. Sometimes you must look hard for us to see.
Yeah, man, right on. You tell and do. Honestly, some tourists don't have a clue.
Sorry, I climbed pretty high, higher than the big bird could reach. Even if it jumped up, it couldn't pick me like a peach. So now, looking down, it came into full sight, a beautiful bird, but without the power of flight.
I'm Cassie the cassowary, pleased to meet you. Oh, excuse me while I plop out a poo. I eat lots of big fruits which have big seeds, like cassowary plums, which meet my needs. I swallow them whole as I throw my head back. They go down my neck to my stomach sac. They mix with stomach acid and other sticky goo, then end up in a pile behind me. See my doo-doo. Pee-you! You smell worse than Sam. I'm off to get some nose plugs, I am.
My heart was beating fast as I climbed off the tree. Cassowaries are dangerous, vicious they can be. They can really hurt, scratch you with their big nails. So climbing up high means that they can't catch our tails. I looked to the left and I looked to the right. Thank goodness the cassowary was not in sight. But what was that green flash out of the corner of my eye? It was Tamsin tree snake that I did spy, just wavering around, checking out the scene, looking for something to eat, maybe a frog of green. Well, that's it. It's my cue to hit the lake before I end up poisoned by this snake. It's only a tree snake, so it won't hurt me. My skin's too thick for its poison to harm, you see. So it'll eat things like frogs and mice, things that I don't think will taste nice. I'll take you to meet a neighbour of mine. He's a puppeteer, you know, named Douglas Fine. He's built his own castle. It's black and pink. He's always asking me around for a drink.
Who's there? Are you a pig?
No, Doug, it's Christabel, you dig?
Ah, enter, neighbour. It's good your voice to hear. I'll be down in a sec. Have just my throat to clear.
Yuck, that sounded gross. He's so bunged up, that made me dry reach. I nearly puked up.
Hi, I'm Doug and I live here. Built it myself whilst drinking beer. All the rocks came from this ground. Everything inside I have made or found. Recycle, recycle, use and use again. Don't just throw away. On our earth it is a strain. Where does the rubbish go when we throw it away? Into the bin, I thought I heard someone say. Rubbish can end up in the ocean if we don't care. The wind can blow it in and the fish might eat it there. We might bury it deep under the ground, where it might lie for hundreds of years before it's found. Chemical nasties and germs we can kill by burning. Use the ashes for our gardens, so something we are returning. We need to our Mother Earth give back if we take. So recycle, everybody, for goodness sake. We need to look after our forest and our trees, our birds, our animals, our fish and our bees. So be nice to animals and to people be kind. For our future generations we need to leave this behind. Let me introduce you to Yolani and May. These are finger puppets that go on my hand. Sometimes they sit and sometimes they stand. They keep me company day and night. We never disagree and hardly ever fight. They're someone to talk to when I am alone. They don't eat or cry or whimper or moan. I don't get in trouble from them. They don't shout. So they are simply a delight to have hanging about.
Mr. Fine, who his heart bears, very deeply for all trees cares. He watches them dancing all morning long, and in the afternoon he sings them a song.
Little trees, I do love thee, and all the colours that you be. You let us live by helping us breathe, and each day give us a new leaf. I don't like it when I'm off my tree, but dancing comes naturally to me. I can let my hair down and feel real loose, and get a bit free on the jungle juice.
Well, this is where I come from. You are welcome here. Everyone has a right to be here, no matter how queer. We accept you for who you are and take it day by day, and we wouldn't like to have it any other way.
I'd actually like it a little bit less smellier.
I'm different to you. You're different to me. Once you get to know me, I'm not scary. I'd love to travel around Australia doing shows and workshops, recycling, puppeteering, and sharing stories would be tops.
I do this podcasting to create an online presence and advertise my skills so that one day I can live my dream of being a travelling puppeteer. Doing workshops and shows using recycled materials, sharing stories and engaging with others in rural and remote communities around Australia. Thanks to Arts Nexus's Tapestry of Yarns programme, all this has been filmed and recorded at the beautiful Babinda Recording Studio in far north Queensland.
Puppets perform poetry.